What's up YouTube, Dilix here, and with the unfortunate news of the Final Fantasy VII Remake being episodic, why do you enjoy making me suffer, Square? Did you not learn from hip? Well, since I don't have the power to change the corporate overlords' minds, I thought I might try to find a way to put a positive scenario on making the Final Fantasy VII Remake episodic by adding story elements not just from the original game, but other source material from the Final Fantasy VII universe, such as Crisis Core, a spin-off released on the PSP. Man, back in the day, that portable console was the shit. To be honest, the only reason I bought a PSP was because of Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, but Crisis Core is up there in the top 5 PSP games of all time. Then there's Advent Children, which is probably the best video game movie of all time. That is if you know what the f is going on. And finally, Dirge of Cerberus. It's like the Shadow the Hedgehog of the Final Fantasy VII series, action RPG third-person shooter starring Vincent Valentine. You know, the guy that Cloud tried to cosplay as in Kingdom Hearts 1? Cloud, put some respect on my boy Vincent. If you're gonna cosplay as this man, at least put the bandana on, bro.
Not interested.
Unfortunately, I won't be covering Before Crisis because, to my knowledge, that game is a Japanese exclusive, making my understanding of the game limited, so
Forget about it.
now with that out of the way, if Square Enix is fully committed to making their precious gem episodic, then the developers might as well as take advantage of this opportunity by giving players the complete story of Final Fantasy VII. That's what Square Enix is doing for Final Fantasy 15, and that seems to be working out for them so far. Us fans might not like it, but we're gonna buy it anyway! Yeah, you keep milking that cow, Square Enix. Don't stop until you reach 13. Now when it comes down to Crisis Core, the game is set 7 years before the events of Final Fantasy VII, with the primary focus being on Zack Fair, a young member of the paramilitary organization, Soldier. Really, that's the only name they can come up with? Soldier? Anyways, Zack is assigned to look for a missing soldier, Genesis. As he searches for Genesis, Zack discovers Genesis' origin and how it connects with two other high-ranking soldiers, Sephiroth and Angeal. Not only does the game benefit the overall story of Final Fantasy VII, the game fits perfectly with the playstyle of the remake, being an action RPG. Minus the slot machines. When Crisis Core was released, it had strong sales and critical reception was generally positive, and the story was emotional with amazing cinematic cutscenes, the best video game couple being Zack and Aqua, and the most epic standoff in video games. I can't. Oh my god. Oh, Zack, why are you breaking my heart, man? Dude, the waterworks are coming in. I gotta step back from this one. Oh my god, I gotta think about this. Oh my god, Zack. I don't know if I can watch this happen again. Okay, I'm good. Let's do this. Some would even argue that Crisis Core does a better job at putting players in Final Fantasy VII's world than the original game itself. However, Crisis Core isn't perfect, with gameplay feeling repetitive from time to time, questionable dialogue, and unskippable f***ing cutscenes. But if this game was given the remake treatment, I'm sure those issues can easily be fixed. Next we have Dirge of Cerberus. The game is set 3 years after the events of the original game and focuses on Vincent Valentine, an emo kid's wet dream. In the story, Vincent is targeted by a deep ground— seriously, who comes up with these names? Kindergartners? A mysterious organization that plans to awaken a creature known as Omega with the ability to destroy the planet. Since this was the first shooter in the Final Fantasy series, there were various problems during the development of this game. And it showed. But I guess without Square Enix learning from their mistakes, episode Prompto wouldn't be as good as it is. So that's something. Furthermore, Dirge of Cerberus sold well, being in Sony's gold category of top-selling games, but the critical reception was a mixed bag, by having an engaging story with entertaining moments sprinkled throughout, like those mouth-watering cinematic cutscenes. Oh my god, they're so good. Vincent's chaos form that makes him the king of edge. And that secret ending though? Oh. Most of the criticisms come from Dirge of Cerberus' gameplay feeling unfulfilling at times.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, shut your mouth! However, if Square Enix decides to incorporate Dirge of Cerberus into the Final Fantasy VII Remake, hopefully they can improve upon the shooting mechanics and follow up on that secret ending. Or Square Enix can just keep the focus on the Cloud storyline, seeing that he is one of Final Fantasy's most recognizable characters. That way the deep ground conflict doesn't feel tacked on. But since Final Fantasy VII is confirmed to be episodic, there's no reason not to include Dirge of Cerberus. It's not like it has to be part of the game day one. And finally we have Advent Children. Set 2 years after the events of Final Fantasy VII and 1 year before Dirge of Cerberus, the former hero Cloud Strife is suffering from Geosigma, aka the dirt smudge of death, a disease plaguing all of Midgar with no cure in sight. Also, Cloud discovers a trio that are remnants of Sephiroth, physical manifestations of his will from within the lifestream, and plan to resurrect Sephiroth. Told you this movie was confusing as f***. Within this band of Sephiroth wannabes, you have Kadash, who represents the hatred and rage of Sephiroth, Laz, the crybaby of the group, represents Sephiroth's strength and speed, and Yazoo, again with these names, represents Sephiroth's charisma and demeanor. Now if you're a newcomer to the Final Fantasy VII series, you will be confused. And I think even hardcore fans would agree that the story may be weak at times, feeling like a love letter to the Final Fantasy VII fans. However, the CGI visuals in Advent Children are incredible, and make you question why more anime films aren't like this. There are tons of memorable high adrenaline action sequences from Cloud fighting the silver-haired boy band on motorcycles. Did Cloud just take a gunshot to the face? Holy shit. They have Tifa vs. Laz. Goddamn, Tifa can throw hands. The battle against Bahamut. How cool would this be if this was a boss fight in the remake? Oh my god. And of course the final showdown between Cloud and Sephiroth. That's right, you better fade away, because if you show up in Kingdom Hearts 3, I'm beating that 1 mile long silver-haired monotone epic music black winged ass. But one of the reasons I hope that the story of Advent Children is included in the remake is the ending, seeing that it was the perfect send-off for our heroes by making Sephiroth just a memory, finding a cure for geostigma, and seeing Zack and Aerith at peace walking towards the light. Oh my god, I can't. Oh wow, that ending, it broke my heart. Oh, I don't want him to live through that. Oh, but it was so beautiful. Cloud knows he's not alone anymore. Oh my god. And there you guys have it. Those are some story elements that I would like to see implemented into the Final Fantasy VII Remake. Would you like to see Dirge of Cerberus, Crisis Core, or Advent Children be implemented into the Final Fantasy VII Remake? Let me know in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button. It really helps me out, and subscribe for more content from me on Final Fantasy VII and other games in general. I'm DMLX. I'll see you in the future.